Hola, ¿cómo estás? Welcome to the Keeping It Real podcast with Sulma, the swearing therapist. Hi, I'm Sulma Williams, a licensed clinical social worker who likes to keep it real and swears a lot. Today, I'd like to address the topic of being so impatient with ourselves when we are learning something new. Sounds familiar? So, in tune with the changes that I've been announcing. So I can say for now, this is not the big announcement, but I can say for now that I am transitioning my practice to fully virtual in December. So I can say that much because I already have notified my clients. But there is another big announcement coming, so stay tuned. But in transitioning to fully virtual, I am learning, like, so I had to create the forms in a new electronic health system, make sure that it's HIPAA compliant to protect my clients' information, make sure that the automatizations work. And so it's a lot of fucking steps, right? Like, and I was talking to my friend yesterday and I was like, oh my God, it's so much. I cannot handle it. Like it's a lot of changes. Like I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I'm too old for this shit. Like, and then as I was listening and I stopped and I told my friend, I'm like, oh, I'm listening to what I'm saying because I realized I was being so impatient with myself in learning this process. Why the fuck would I have it figured out when it's the first time that I'm dealing with it? So I was reflecting in, I realized that we place unrealistic expectations on ourselves. Like for other people, our expectations are more realistic, but when it comes to us, it's like, oh, why the fuck didn't you finish? Right? So I'm working on the forms that I'm going to be submitting to my clients. And there are a couple of new things, like a social media policy and a credit card form that I don't have with my original paperwork. And so I'm figuring that out. And I'm like, why the fuck am I being so impatient with myself when I never have done this before? Right? Like, I hope that this helps you, that you can relate to when you are having unrealistic expectations on yourself while you keep more realistic expectations of what other people can do. So, like, we are learning something new. And I'm sure that younger people will have a hold of this a lot faster than I do. Um, but I think the important thing is that I'm not giving up, right? Like it's not about getting it done in fucking 45 minutes. It's about taking one part of the policy or the form at a time and just be focusing on that, getting that done, and then go to the next part of the form or the policy and get that done, right? Like, so in breaking it down, anything that is in front of us, if we break it down into smaller parts, becomes manageable. So, but I didn't realize, although I teach this all the time and I share this all the time with my clients, I didn't realize I was doing it to myself until yesterday when I was telling my friend, and I was like, wait a minute, bitch, like, are you listening to yourself? Because that's what you've been doing to yourself for not getting this done. Um, and I want to kind of like reframe into how exciting this is to be learning something new rather than, oh, you didn't finish it or whatever shit, like. So I think that if we learn to reframe this stuff, when I first came to this country, uh almost 29 years ago, I didn't have anything in Argentina. Like I was 31, living with my mom. I didn't have a car. I didn't have a job. I didn't have money. So coming to the States was an adventure because when you have nothing to lose. So it's like, okay, I'm going to the States. If it doesn't work out, I can fucking come back. Right? Like, so I think that reframing the situation and how you are looking at it makes all the difference because then it's like, oh, I'm learning something new instead of, oh, I'm fucking slow in doing this. It's like, oh, if I give myself time to, to learn it and in instead of trying to get it done, um, I think that is going to become a lot more manageable. So I invite you to kind of like recognize where are you being impatient with yourself? Is are you going through something new or learning something new and you are you resonating with what I'm saying? Right? Like kind of like when you started your new job and you have your notes and you were looking at your notes and you were following step by step and now you can fucking do your job with your eyes closed. Why? Because you kept doing it. So you learn it. Like the shit that you do every fucking day, eventually you're going to be a master of that shit. So kind of like remembering that although you are really good at your job right now, at the beginning it was a process. So anything new that we are dealing with requires a process. So let's embrace that instead of getting frustrated or like I'm not fucking uh doing it right or like okay, you're fucking learning. That's why you're not doing it right. So find out where you made a mistake and try again. So now you can get it done correctly. And then move to the next one. And you didn't do it right, find where the fucking mistake is and do it correctly, right? Like, so eventually I will have my form done. It has a lot of different sections. How the fucking gonna do it? One fucking section at a time. So breaking it down into I got this done and that done and that done and that done sounds a lot better than, oh, I didn't fucking finish it. I told my clients they're gonna get an email eventually with a fucking link to the new EHR. So I already have all the consents for my current clients. And if a new client reaches out, I will do whatever the fuck I've been doing with all my clients up until now. I don't, it's like, no, oh, you had to have it by fucking September 1st. I don't have to. So connecting with that in allowing myself to not only to make mistakes, but to recognize that I'm 60 years old and I'm continuing to learn. Yay for me. Instead of saying, like, oh, well, no, I always done it like this. I will continue to do it like this. No, I had to I had to catch up with the times. Like I had colleagues who are a lot younger than me, and when I said that I was that my practice was all based on paper files, they were like having a fucking what? Right? Like so, I'm like, okay, that might be a generational thing, where younger generations or they're already all electronic, so I'm catching up with the times, but it's okay that I'm doing it in my own time. In one of my favorite songs of all times that I think that truly represents me is My Way. I'm doing it my way. What the fuck is wrong with that? Nothing. So in this process of doing life that sometimes gets so hard, and therefore we get so hard on ourselves. Let's show some self-compassion. Remember, like, compassion is not complete if it doesn't include ourselves, right? Like, so if I'm being nice to everybody but I'm a fucking bitch to myself, mm, I'm missing the most important person. Because if we don't put ourselves first, we cannot be there for others. We cannot give from an empty vessel. So having self-compassion, giving ourselves grace, is actually a necessity, not a luxury. It's like, yeah, if I don't fucking do this, I will I will have nothing to give others. So, all that to say, I'll invite you to look into your own life about where you are being short with yourself. Where do you need to show yourself compassion and grace? And reframe that situation. Change the mindset about it from, as I said, oh my God, I'm making mistakes, to, oh, I'm learning something new, right? If you get it the first time, yay for you. But you don't have to. Like, when I was going to school, and I was learning a lot of stuff. So nobody expects you to, like, that's why the fuck you're in the school, because you're there to learn all that shit. So this is not different than that. So identify that, give yourself grace and compassion, and continue to move forward to this learning process. Please let me know in the comments if this resonated with you, and which area or which process are you learning that is giving you grief. Um, and let me know how would you reframe that particular situation. I hope you found this helpful. As always, remember, if you woke up today, that means that your mission in life is not complete. Keep putting one foot in front of the other, and you're gonna get to the other side of the challenge that you are confronting right now. Please follow, like, subscribe, whatever the fuck you need to do from the platform that you are listening. Follow me on Instagram at the Sweating Therapist. And I love to read your comments. And I would love for us to engage in a conversation. So please leave your comment. I'll make sure that I respond to them, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.